G'day listeners, we are talking all things Division 2 women today. Quite a lot of interesting games this weekend, round one. We had a lot to talk about. We're going to dive into it straight away. We had a hit out with Coburg and Surf Coast. Surf Coast just getting up with a very interesting game. We went up and down quite a lot with Surf Coast coming out. In the end, we had some dominant performances there with two double-doubles.
Yeah, some huge performances there. And Surf Coast came out real hot, dominating that first quarter and keeping Coburg to single digits.
Yeah.
As expected, Jess Scannell crosses over from Corio Bay to Surf Coast and comes out with 18 points and 19 boards. A huge performance for her team.
Huge.
Who was the other contributor, Ted?
We had Kim Hammond as well, who finished with a very comfy and handsome 21 points to go with 16 rebounds. She shot very well, shooting just over 50% from the field.
Yeah, and it looks like they were absolutely dominant on the rebounds, Ted. 67 rebounds to 45. Surf Coast really controlled that paint.
Yeah, absolutely. Keeping their turnovers quite low. They only kept them to 12, forcing 12, but they did have 19 themselves. So a little bit of work to do there with just valuing possession, taking care of the ball. They could have had a few more opportunities there, just shooting 70 attempts for the game.
Yeah, and I think it's sort of raised the question after round one for Coburg is, where is that extra scoring punch coming from? We know Emily Very, the captain, we know she can score. Probably didn't have the best night in terms of percentage, and same with Makadoa, who's known for her scoring, but unfortunately, just the ball would not drop for her. So they're certainly going to be looking for a little bit more of a scoring punch in round two.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, when you look at the bench numbers, 3 of 9, 0 of 6, 0 of 3, 1 of 4. There's obviously points to come there. It could just be that round one cobwebs that they got to get out early, but you can see there is opportunities there off the bench where there is a lot of scoring power.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be looking to bounce back in round two.
Absolutely. Who else have we got?
We got the Collingwood All Stars knocking over our 2022 Div 2 champs in Mornington, getting up by a handy 12 points, and that's a little bit surprising after last year, top versus bottom sort of situation.
Absolutely. Demi Eastwood had a very nice game on her own, 15 points to go with the 12 rebounds. She, is continuing that high level of gameplay that she does have. Alicia Wright also having the 18 points, shooting just the 3 of 12 from the field, from three-point land. We know she is a shooter. We know she can make 12 of 12. Just wasn't her night that night.
Yeah, and I think for Collingwood, a big part of their victory was the fact that they had 4 double-figure scorers. They didn't have anyone who's necessarily set the world on fire, but by having 4 really solid contributors gives defenses a lot of headaches.
Yeah, absolutely. They did rebound incredibly well.
Wow, yeah, 76 boards for the game. And that's controlled by Lexi, I'm going to say Mackey. I could be wrong, though. Lexi Mackey and Frances Shell controlling the boards with a Sakshi Aurora off the bench with another 12 boards. So some pretty good depth there from Collingwood.
Yeah, absolutely. But now let's look forward. Let's look to the following week. We've got Wallen in a doubleheader, and we'll revert really quickly back to what happened in round one because Kyla Collins, who had an insane game round one, is going to have to do it again in this doubleheader round two.
Yeah, I think she's gone out and made a statement in round one, and she's sort of said, "Hey, league, take notice because I'm coming for that MVP this year." She stuffed the stat sheet with 27 points to go with her 12 boards and her 5 assists and her 6 steals. Just don't mind if I do. Did a bit of everything.
Only in 27 minutes as well, so she's got a lot more time. She could be hovering around that triple-double.
Yeah, I imagine they gave the young girls off the bench a little bit more of a go because they had control of the game. And this weekend, it'll be very interesting to see what Coburg and what Collingwood are going to do to slow her down.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. Keep her locked, keep her watching out. Round two, here we go.